Hello dear students, myself Bhagwan Sarude from Gokul Education Society's JDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn 8 Standard English Textbook. In last video, we had learned Unit 2.4, that is the lesson 3 Visions for India. Dear students, today we are going to learn Unit 2.5, that is the story The Happy Prince. The Happy Prince is an imaginary story which is written by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was an Irish poet and playwright. He was one of the most popular playwrights in London. He has written so many short stories such as The Canterville Ghost, The Selfish Giant, and The Remarkable Rocket, and many more. Now, first we are going to do warming up exercise. The first question is here. There are different types of short stories. Use a dictionary and internet and find out what each of the following types refers to. Dear students, here in the first question, you have to use a dictionary or internet to find out the types of short stories which is given in the question. Do this activity by yourself only and write it in your classwork notebook. Now let's learn the story Unit 2.5, The Happy Prince. This is very imaginative story. First, we'll take introduction of the story. This story is about a prince. When the prince was alive, he was very happy. After his death, a big statue of his was erected, built on a bedstead. From there, the statue of prince could see the entire city, and at that time he saw the miseries of the people. He saw the poor people, the homeless, their hunger and the starvation. The prince was sad to see all these miseries, sadness of the people. So, in this chapter, we will study the story of this prince. Students, The Happy Prince. This story, read carefully. This story is very lengthy, so I am going to narrate the story. Once upon a time, a beautiful statue stood in the middle of the city. It was the statue of a prince. This prince was called a happy prince because when he was alive, he always remained very happy. After his death, a big statue of his was built in the center of the city in his remembrance. It was covered with gold. Its eyes were bright blue jewels, and a red jewel hung from its waist. Everyone thought that it was a beautiful. Sad man looked at the statue and said, "I'm glad that someone in the world is happy." One night, a little swallow flew alone over the city. His friends had gone away, but he had stayed behind for 6 weeks. He was very tired, so he wonders where he can rest for the night. Then he sees the statue of the happy prince and decides to rest between the statue's feet. A little swallow was very happy with his beautiful place of rest. He prepares to sleep. Just then, a large drop of water falls on him. He looks up to the sky, but he sees that it is clear of rain clouds. However, drops of water continue to fall on him. The swallow looks up at the statue and realizes that its eyes are full of tears. He feels with pity. The eyes of the happy prince were full of tears. Tears rolled down his golden face. The face was very beautiful in the moonlight, and the swallow felt sorry for him. The swallow asked the statue who he is, and the statue says he is the happy prince. The swallow asks him why he is crying. The prince says that when he was alive, I didn't know what tears were. I lived in a palace where there was no sadness. He lived and died in happiness. After his death, his courtiers placed his statue high in the city. He can see all the unhappiness of the city. His heart now is made of a cheap metal, but even that poor heart can feel and So he cried. He spoke in a very low voice that far away there was a house of a poor woman. The window of her house was open, and it could see through the window that she was sitting near the table. Her face was thin and she was tired. Her hands were rough. She was making a dress for one of the queen's ladies for a dance in the palace. The prince said that the lady had a little child who was not well. He was suffering from the fever, and he was asking his mom to give some food. But his mother was very poor. She had no money. She could only give him water, that also river water. And that's why the little boy was crying. So the happy prince requested the swallow to take out the red jewels and give it to the lady, because he could not move from there. When the swallow arrives at the woman's house, he finds that the boy was lying on bed with fever. The woman has fallen asleep. He places the red jewels on the table beside the woman's. The swallow flies back to the prince and remarks that he feels quite warm in spite of the cold weather. The prince says it is because he has done a good deed. Then the swallow falls asleep. Next day, the swallow goes to the river for the bath, and he was very happy to go to Egypt that night. So before leaving for Egypt, he visits all of the city's monuments. He goes back to the prince and announces that he is leaving for Egypt. The happy prince requested a swallow to stay with him for one more night, but he refused to stay with him for one more night because his friends was waiting for him in Egypt. The happy prince tells the swallow that far away in the city he sees a young man in a little room at the top of the house. He is sitting at table that is covered with papers. At his side there are some dead flowers. The man is trying to finish a story, but he is very cold and he cannot write. There is no fire in the room and he is weak and hungry. The swallow offers to stay one more night to help. The prince asks the swallow to take one of his sapphire eyes from his statue and give it to the man. The man can then sell the blue stone eyes to the jewelers, and he can buy some food and also wood for him. So then the swallow took out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's room. The man is resting with his head in his hand and does not hear the bird. When the man looked up, a beautiful blue jewel was lying on the dead flowers. He thinks that someone has left it for him, and he is happy that now he can finish his story. The next morning, the prince again asks the swallow to stay for the night. The swallow says that soon it will begin to snow and he needs to go to Egypt where the weather is warm. The happy prince requested swallow to stay with him for one more night. The happy prince, however, tells him that in the square below is a little girl who is selling eggs. Her eggs had fallen on the ground and they are broken. She had no money to take home. Her father will hit her. So take out my other eye and give it to her. So the swallow took out the prince's other eye and flew down with it. He dropped it into the girl's hand, and she goes home happily, thinking that she has found a piece of beautiful glass. Then the swallow returns to the prince and says that as the prince is now blind, he will stay with him always. The next day he stayed with the prince. He told the prince stories about the strange lands that he knew. The next day the prince asked the swallow to fly over the city and tell him what he sees. The swallow follows this command and sees the rich making merry in their homes while the poor suffer in the streets. He saw the white faces of hungry children with sad eyes under Under a bridge, two little boys were lying close together to keep warm, and they were so hungry. When the swallow told about the poor people, the prince ordered him to take off the gold piece by piece and give it to my poor people. Then the swallow pulled off the gold until the happy prince looked very grey and ugly. The swallow distributed the gold in the poor people. Poor children, however, grew happy because now they have food to eat. Then the snow came. Everyone wore thick coats. The little swallow became colder and colder. He did not leave the prince because he loved him very much. But the swallow was dying due to coldness. Prince says he's glad the swallow is finally going to Egypt. He thanks the swallow for staying so long with him. Then the swallow said, "I'm not going to Egypt. I'm going to the house of God." Then the swallow fell down dead at his feet. There was a strange sound inside the statue. Crack! The metal heart broke into pieces. The next morning, an important man in the city and his two friends noticed that the happy prince statue did not look right. They also noticed that the red stone has disappeared. His eyes are not there. He is not golden now. The statue looks like a beggar. They also noticed that the dead bird at its feet and make a note to declare that birds should not be allowed to die there. The statue of the prince is taken down and put it in the fire. The workmen said, "This broken piece in the middle of the statue has stayed hard. We must throw it away." So they threw it away with the dead bird. God in heaven asked to his servants to bring him the two most precious things in the city. The servants brings him the broken lead heart and the dead bird. God is happy and says, "You have brought the right things." Then God said, "This little swallow will sing forever in my garden, and the happy prince will stand in my city of gold." Dear students, thus today we have learned the story, The Happy Prince. Students, the Happy Prince gives many important messages. The first message is that we must spread happiness around us if we wish to be happy. It is useless to mount statues with gold and jewels when the people are hungry. The most powerful message or moral given by this story is that it is very essential to help the poor in society. We must be sensitive to the people who are suffering, especially the poor, and help them out. Students, here we have completed the Unit 2.5, that is the story, The Happy Prince. Here students, homework for you. Homework is complete all the questions answer from English workshop in your classwork notebook. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.